Welcome back. This is Ken Cortana, aka the Professor, and today we are not really playing a video game. We are predicting this year's Wrestlemania. I have with me Skinless Dream, and yeah, so we're just gonna start with the bottom of the card and work our way up. We are gonna be keeping score. The loser of this has to be hit by 5 ping pong balls, hit with the paddle by the winner from about 3 yards out. So, it could be painful. You never know.
We went with 5. I thought we were just going with 3.
Oh no, we're going with 5. No, we're not gonna sissy out of this.
Okay, 5 will work.
YOLO. All right. So we'll start at the bottom of the card. The newest match they added is the Raw Tag Team Championships, the Revival versus Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. And I really, because of the way they're treating the Revival, and the Revival's been really wanting to get out, I'm going to pick Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Give Kurt Hawkins his WrestleMania moment finally. Let him break that losing streak. And let it be at the expense of the poor Revival probably on their way out.
I actually agree with you on that one. I don't think the Revival's really going to leave, though. I think it was just more of a work than anything. But I think that Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder had his moment years ago in that ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Kurt Hawkins, though, still has the streak thing going for never winning a match. So I can see Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder winning. I just don't think the Revival is going to, leave. I'm going to go with Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
All right. Next on the card, we're in the kickoff show. It's the WWE Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. Nese? That's right?
Nese, yeah, Nese.
I can't really bet against Buddy Murphy. He's been so good as Cruiserweight Champion. I think they're waiting for an NXT call-up. Someone from NXT to come in and take it from him. I don't think anyone on 205 is good enough.
I agree with you on that one, too. I think it's going to be Buddy Murphy. But I like Tony Nese. I've always liked him. But I'm going to go Buddy Murphy as well.
Anytime I've seen Buddy Murphy, the past couple pay-per-views, they've had him on the kickoff show. And it sucks that he's going to be on the kickoff show again, probably. Because his matches could steal the show. Easy.
Yeah, it could. I agree with you there.
Next up, the Women's Battle Royal. This one was a hard one for me. My heart says Asuka, my brain says Lacey Evans. And I think I'm going to go with Lacey Evans. Because if you don't do something with Lacey Evans after how annoying she's been, you just are basically saying the rest of the women's division doesn't matter. We're not going to follow through with anything.
Lacey Evans, for what they're using her for, is perfect. She has the look. Everybody hates her. She makes people mad just by coming out there and waving. So I would put her more as she's going to win, the one that everyone assumes will win next to Asuka. So I'm not actually going to pick either one of them. I'm actually going to go with Mandy Rose.
Oh, Mandy Rose. Huh. Any particular reason?
They had her sort of in a hot streak for a while there until they decided, we're just going to act like the SmackDown Women's title really doesn't matter anymore. We're just going to combine it with the other one to have a unified champion instead of having 2 separate brand champions. So I thought she was doing good. Plus, they're building up a little storyline between her and her friends. So I'm going to go with her. I just think it's one that you wouldn't see coming, but it does make sense long run for her to win it, even though the winner of this, it doesn't even matter if they win it.
Yeah, I mean, this really is just something to have just the women who aren't the top 3 and are not in that tag team match. Let them have something to do at WrestleMania.
No, I agree. Completely makes the most sense.
All right. Next up is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The Battle Royal that means absolutely nothing.
Yup.
This one again, it's harder for me to pick But I'm going to go with I'm not going to go Braun Strowman. I want to go Braun Strowman. But I think the SNL shenanigans are going to take Braun Strowman out of it for whatever reason. Either he's going to eliminate himself in order to get to these guys, or something stupid's going to happen and he's just going to not be a factor. I'm going to go with Titus O'Neil. I think the way that they're presenting him right now is that they're kind of saying, okay, well, we may do something with him now.
That actually caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for you to say Titus O'Neil at all. No, the Braun Strowman thing is where I'm going, but I'm not picking him because the Saturday Night Live guys, if I'm not mistaken, are actually in the Battle Royal. Yeah. So if they are and they're playing, because that's the only storyline going that's even interesting right now for this Battle Royal, I'm actually picking the Saturday Night Live guys.
Oh my God, no, don't let that be a thing.
I'm saying it because, I think they're starting to realize, yes, this is a memorial for Andre the Giant, but it's more of, it's not taken seriously because Cesaro has won it. Nothing really happened with him, minus some tag team title runs, which have been great. Big Show, I think, has finally won it. Braun Strowman has won it, I think. So, and I'm trying to remember, I hadn't watched all these shows in forever, but the winner really doesn't move on to anything important. It's just like, hey, you get this big trophy, because Baron Corbin run it, and then he goes and wins Money in the Bank, and look at where he's at now. He's just sort of, oh, we're going to blame everything on you, guy. So I'm actually going Saturday Night Live, guys. Titus O'Neil's a long shot.
See, the problem is you're probably right. At this point, if they do go ahead with the Saturday Night Live guys actually winning, they've made this a complete joke. There will be you can't even put importance behind this anymore. If the joke celebrity people, the literal comedians, beat out the professional wrestlers.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't think I think they're going to win, but I don't think they're going to win at the same time because I think they're going to do something to change that outcome, but it looks like it's going to be the SNL guys. I really do.
God, I hope not.
I hope not too, but it looks like it's going to be them.
All right. Next up, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The only tag team belts that actually matter, I guess. It's a fatal four-way: the Usos versus Ricochet and Aleister Black, the Bar, and the evil foreign heel team of Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. No one wants to see the Bar with the belts again. No one really cares about Shinsuke or Rusev. I think it's too early for Ricochet and Aleister Black, so I think the Usos are going to retain, but I think Ricochet and Aleister Black are going to have a good showing. Like, they won't take the pin, but the Usos will retain.
I was going to pick the Usos just because it's a safe bet, but I'm actually going to go away from that, and I am going to pick Ricochet and Aleister Black.
See, and I want to say it. I want to say that's the good bet because they've had them on a lot of TV. They've been exposed and whatnot. I just think maybe they're not going to pull the trigger on it. I don't know. I'm probably completely wrong on this one.
I don't know. Usos are great champs. I love what they do in the ring. I've always enjoyed watching them. This heel thing they got, or semi-heel thing they got, is great. The Bar, I love the Bar. They're just in your face, going to kick your ass, and then they're great. And shit, I just think Nakamura and Rusev have been used wrong. Dropping Rusev Day was the biggest mistake they've ever made for him, and Nakamura has his heel thing sort of quit working when they did this. So I'm going to go Ricochet and Aleister Black mainly because they're the one group I think that should have it. I don't think they're going to hold on to it long, but I think they're going to get that moment to where it's like, okay, they're going to have it, but they're not going to pin the Usos. They're not going to pin the Bar. They're going to pin Rusev.
Yeah. I mean, out of all those teams, I think Shinsuke and Rusev are going to take the pin. That's how little WWE thinks of them. And maybe like in WWE's minds, like these guys can afford to take the pin. and or whatever. But I don't like them as tag team as a tag team. I don't think they work as a tag team. I think they should both be single competitors. I think they should be upper mid card, maybe getting into like main event stuff because they both can do it. They just got shut down for whatever reason.
Yeah, there has to be a reason behind it, of course. But yeah, I'm going to go Aleister Black, Ricochet. I like them too much.
All right. Next on the list is Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. See, I think this one's deceptive. I think Kurt Angle's going to squash the fuck out of Baron Corbin. And then we're going to see John Cena. I really think that's what's going to happen. My pick is Kurt Angle because no one wants to see Baron Corbin win. I want a squash and then John Cena. But I'm going to say, for the purposes of Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin, I'm going to say Kurt Angle is going to take it.
I'm going Baron Corbin, and that's because I hate Baron Corbin, and I'm supposed to hate him. I hate the idea of this match. I'm supposed to hate the idea of this match. I'm not supposed to get the match we all wanted, which was Kurt versus John. That would have been a phenomenal match. But we're going to get this, and I'm going with Baron Corbin mainly because it's his farewell match. It's not a loser retires match.
Yeah.
It's his last match, and if you're going to use somebody to get somebody else over, you're going to use Kurt Angle to get Baron Corbin over. Now, Baron doesn't have to lose to be put over or win to be put over because he's already hated so much.
Yeah.
Him winning just makes it 100 times worse for him, which helps his character.
But isn't it the wrong type of heat at that point? Like there's good heel heat, which like people like Samoa Joe can get. They can do those personal promos and stuff. But like they're gonna hate Baron Corbin like they hate Roman Reigns. Like no matter what else he does, he's going to be destroyed everywhere he goes. Not as like because he's a heel, but because we just don't like him because he ruined Kurt Angle's last match. Because he's not John Cena. That's his only problem with that, is that he's not John Cena. Like, I don't think anybody would mind John Cena beating Kurt Angle to take Kurt Angle and give him his final farewell. I don't think anyone would be upset at that. But I think a lot of people are going to be upset on a personal level, not so much in the kayfabe level, of Baron Corbin winning.
Your points are good. And I'm sticking with Baron Corbin. I'm sorry. I think if you want absolute heat, that's how you get it. Because you could have this match with Baron Corbin against anybody, and it wouldn't make you hate Baron Corbin anymore as a heel. You would just still hate Baron Corbin as much as you already hate him. So you want him over the top, this is how you do it.
Next up is the Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley, versus the Demon, Finn Balor. It's Finn Balor. The moment they said the Demon's going to be in it, it's Finn Balor. Done. That's the end of the match.
I'm going Finn Balor as well. I just ain't nothing else really to say about this. I mean,
if they ruin the Demon's undefeated streak for Bobby Lashley, that will turn the show. Like, even if all the fan favorites win from the rest of the night, they ruin the Demon with for Bobby Lashley of all people. Yeah, it's just the rest of the show is going to get booed out.
I don't think that would happen, but I could see it happening. I don't think it will happen, but the Finn's going to beat Bobby, mainly because there's nothing really going for Bobby Lashley at this point. Leo Rush has been the most entertaining part of this whole feud. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think if Bobby Lashley beat the Demon, yeah, I agree. The boos would be through the roof, but it doesn't do anything different because Bobby Lashley is either going to be hated or loved no matter what he does.
Yeah.
Because he's Bobby Lashley. So yeah. I'm going Finn Balor as well. I don't see anything shocking with that one.
United States champion Samoa Joe versus the sort of injured Rey Mysterio. Like I've heard that he has a legitimate ankle injury, but he wasn't limping on Thursday when he was seen. So I don't know. I don't know if that had changed the plans at all, but I really don't think so. I think Samoa Joe is going to win. I think
Yeah,
that's gonna be the big heel win of the night.
yeah, I'm going Samoa Joe as well. There's no real reason for Ray to have that title. I mean, there's just no. He's not even really considered a full-time wrestler. His contract is good for him. So putting a
Yeah,
belt on him doesn't do anything for me. You know, I just think Samoa Joe's going to win it.
yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Um, After that, according to WWE.com, it's AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, and I I almost want to say I don't care. I think either one winning is fine. um, I mean it's a coin flip. Like I think it's gonna be Randy Orton. That's I think like a lot of people on the internet have been going, this is like WWE's like low blow at the indie wrestling, that let's put out our one of our most athletic guys who are just branded WWE through and through. He's got WWE father, everything, and I think it's just going to be just Vince McMahon going, look at my WWE guy's going to beat up on this on the independent superstar. So I really think it's going to be Randy Orton.
I'm going AJ Styles. I'm going AJ Styles mainly because there's nothing really beneficial from this, minus Randy Orton is just like inserting himself into feuds with people.
Yeah, I mean
So
this match doesn't make a lot of sense. It's just giving these two people who are really good wrestlers. Randy Orton is a good wrestler when he wants to be, but they're really good wrestlers. It's just giving them something to do.
yeah, and I think in all honesty, this sort of almost goes back to the last match. What was it? Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio. I think this could set up AJ versus Samoa Joe because AJ Styles doesn't have to be the champion right now, which we'll
Yeah,
get to that match later. But I think this sets it up to where AJ Samoa Joe can go back to having what they used to have in the past, being in TNA, even though they've been through it already once with the heavyweight title. Let
yeah,
them do something with the U.S. title because there's not really a contender out there for the U.S. title that I can think of. I know they're two different brands, but
yeah,
now I'm going to go AJ Styles, mainly to help build up something else.
yeah. Next on the list is the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Bayley and Sasha versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya versus the Iconics versus Nia Jax and Tamina in a fatal four-way. Um, I'm going to take the unpopular opinion, and I'm going to say the Iconics. I think
Okay, go ahead.
I think the Iconics are going to do it. I don't. I think Beth Phoenix and Natalya are going to have a moment. I think they're going to be close. I think Tamina and Nia are going to take the pin, but I think the Iconics are going to pull it out somehow. Do something super heely, something super sneaky and whatever. But I think they're going to pull it out.
I'm going with Beth Phoenix and Natalya mainly because they've been building up a semi feud with Nia Jax and Tamina. And if you're going to have the heavyweights go at it, there's your four heavyweights.
Yeah,
And Bayley and Sasha are good first tag team champions. Good first tag team champions. But let Beth Phoenix, let Natalya, in my mind, they need to be ones to win so you can build up a better feud with Nia Jax and Tamina. Because that to me is more interesting than watching Bayley and Sasha fight Nia Jax for the 30th time.
yeah, and I think Bayley and Sasha should be put up along with Alexa Bliss once she's better. Just put up into whatever they're doing with the women's heavyweight title, whether they're unifying it, whether they're just keeping the belts together, whatever they're doing, they should be up in that mix. They shouldn't be like it was good. You have a prestigious set of women to win the first tag team champions. They're done with that now. Send them on up to what they should be doing.
Yeah, I can agree to that, and I think the Iconics just got thrown in the mix because they're hated really well, but they're good in the ring, and I think they're just because it's one of those things where I don't think you have to be pinned to lose your title again. So the Iconics can take the pinfall. Bailey and Sasha still look good, but you put the belts on Beth and Natalya.
Yeah. On the list next is Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. There's no way Roman Reigns loses this. None.
No, yeah, I
He
agree.
just
It's
came
Roman
back
Reigns.
from leukemia. He's Vince McMahon's big favorite, big dog in the house. There's no way he loses. I mean, this is a joke.
Yeah, I'm going Roman Reigns. I don't see any reason minus they're giving him a match, and I think Drew he's on a good hot streak as a heel. But yeah, you're not going to have Roman Reigns lose at WrestleMania to Drew McIntyre. Nah,
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is going to win it.
Next up is the best wrestler in the world, Shane McMahon versus The Miz in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This one, I want The Miz to win. I'm going to go for The Miz, but I can see them letting Shane win, and that makes me sick to my stomach. But
Yeah,
I go for The Miz.
I'm going The Miz just because I just have a feeling why do all this if you're not going to let The Miz have his retribution? You know, biggest stage of them all. I'm going The Miz just because the Shane McMahon heel turn thing. Yeah, Miz is a face. Yeah, I'm going The Miz.
And he's doing a good job as a face. Like he's not a bad face.
He's a better heel.
He's a better heel, but he's not a bad face. So it kind of works out for him a little bit.
This is one of his better times as a face. I'll agree to that. This is one of his better times. But yeah, I want The Miz back to being how he was. Me personally, I loved it. I always thought he should have been in the title picture shot at some point. Now that Daniel Bryan's the champ, I figured, hey, let's put The Miz into that. But they went with this instead, and I thought Miz Daniel Bryan had more to it. So I'm just going to pick The Miz because that match should never have even been thought of.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is stupid. But I really fear Shane pulling it out, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Next up, Triple H versus Batista in a no holds barred match. If Triple H loses, his in-ring career is done. He doesn't wrestle again. Yeah, Triple H wins. He's gonna pull out the golden shovel. I mean, you can't bury Batista at this point, but there's too much money that Triple H stands to make by doing these like the Australia shows and the Saudi Arabia shows and stuff like that for him not to continue to wrestle. And Batista, I mean, he's on record saying his last opponent, he wanted it to be Triple H.
This match is 6-7 years too late.
This is true.
I mean, come on now. I mean, Triple H, he's up there. Batista, he's up there. I'm going Triple H just because of the whole Batista. The one thing this man's never done in his career is beat me. Well, yeah, but
you're just even if you were supposed to win this match, the moment you said that on live TV, Triple H changes.
Yeah, like I said, this match is way past due. There's no reason for it. I know it's going to be a safe match. I mean, yeah, he beat up a 70-something-year-old man just to get Triple H's attention when he knows where he lives. He knows where he works.
Yeah,
all he had to do is just go knock on the door and go, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, about my last match, I want it to be you. You're a bitch." Slap across the face, sign the paperwork, we're done. But that's not what's happening here. So, yeah, Triple H all the way. Hopefully it's the opening match, but I know that's not going to happen.
No. This is Triple H. We're just lucky it's not going on last, okay?
This is
Triple
going to
H has a
be
huge ego. This could have been going on last. All right.
the order of the final matches will be, in order from ending to this match, will be the Raw Women's title, Triple H Batista. I think they put this match way past Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan.
That's I could see it maybe breaking up Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar match. Like I could see it like going in between them, but I really hope they just don't go. Okay, Universal Champion, WWE Champion. This match between two old farts.
Hey, it's Triple H, man. I'm just saying he's. Yeah, I mean,
He's still jacked. Don't get me wrong, but they're not gonna like no holds barred is like the stipulation you put on there when you have two people who aren't physically that great but who can do stunts.
yeah, there's going to be a lot of probably some, kendo sticks, some chair shots, some running into some stairs, ton of apron work. It's going to be no holds barred, but it's going to be no holds barred to the point to where two men who are going to get gassed within 12 minutes
They're
of
gonna
it.
bring out the oxygen soon. I mean, this is gonna be like they're gonna be breathing damn oxygen.
Yeah, it's not going to get "This is awesome." You're going to hear the "This is boring" chants probably. I hate to say
You're
it.
gonna be like, God, I wish you were Thanos. Fuck.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's just it's going to be bad. But Triple H all the way.
Yeah. All right. Next up is the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. This is another one that was kind of hard for me to decide on. But I really think Brock Lesnar's gonna win.
You are all up on Brock Lesnar's dick. I swear to God, you love
it has
him.
nothing to do with the fact. I think they're saving him for Roman Reigns. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think Vince McMahon has his Roman Reigns boner in his hand, and he's just like, oh yes, I'm Brock Lesnar. He's gotta beat the beast.
No, you loved it when Brock beat Roman Reigns that year. Trust me, I remember.
It was gonna happen. We were all braced for Roman Reigns to beat Brock Lesnar, and then woohoo, he didn't. So we're stuck with Brock Lesnar for another year.
I'm going Seth Rollins all the way. And the only reason I'm going that way is I don't like the idea of a part-time champion. I haven't liked the idea of a part-time champion. Yes, Brock Lesnar is an attraction. Yes, he draws because you want to see him lose or see how fast he beats somebody up or to see if he gives the small guys good matches. But he gives the small guys good matches. His last two good matches, I mean, like legit good, was Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles.
He did really. I like the Finn Balor match too.
No, Finn Balor was a great match. The Samoa Joe match was good, but he does better with the smaller guys. So I think him and Seth, they're going to have one of those 12 to 15 minute Brock Lesnar normal matches, maybe almost pushing 20 minutes because Seth can go.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to start out instead of a normal Brock Lesnar match where he's like just dominating. Then Seth gets all this, offense in, and then Brock Lesnar wins with 13 F5s or 22 suplexes. I think it's going to start with Seth Rollins going in quick and hard, Brock getting the upper hand, and then Seth winning the match on something. So I'm going to go with Seth here, mainly because I think it's time the belt got utilized more, and right now, it being defended 3 times a year isn't really worth it.
This is true. I mean, I see your point on that, but I think they're setting up to get rid of the brand split. I really do. I think they're going to unify the championships at some point. And having whoever the WWE champion is be super active, and then say around SummerSlam time, they unify. They have Brock Lesnar drop it to whoever the WWE champion is. They can finally unify this shit. So I wouldn't object to Brock Lesnar keeping it to SummerSlam, because I know if he wins now, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, I see that, and that makes sense. But I'm still going to go Seth, mainly because an idea of a Seth versus Daniel or a Seth versus Kofi match, is a lot more appealing to me than Brock versus Daniel 2. Because, I mean, in all honesty, Daniel's only going to win because of outside interference, if that match does happen at SummerSlam like you're thinking. So, or Roman Reigns just throws himself in a WWE Championship match against whoever the winner is, you know. So,
Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar wins, Roman Reigns picks it up on Raw Monday.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. That would actually make a lot of sense as the Raw after WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar shows up, Roman Reigns comes out, hey, I never truly lost that title. I want my title back. Yeah, I could see that.
Wins that shit on TV.
I could see it. Ratings boost. I could see it. Now, that outcome makes sense.
All right. The WWE Champion, the new Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. Like, I don't see how they could not let Kofi win. If you want the Women's Championship match to go well, you have to have Kofi win. You just can't. It will get so the rest of the show will it's like that Royal Rumble that everyone thought Daniel Bryan was going to win. Everyone thought Daniel Bryan was going to win. He gets eliminated like a jobber by Bray Wyatt, and then the rest of the show is just shit on the entire time. So I think, if for no other reason than the build has been perfect, accidental but perfect. And the fact that they don't want the rest of the show to go to shit, Kofi's going to win.
Yeah, I'm going Kofi. I was going Kofi the minute Kofi Mania was announced. I'm all for Kofi. It's his WrestleMania moment. Let him have it. You know, he can hold the title for a month. You know, it's not going to hurt the title. It's not going to hurt the brand. Let Kofi have it. I think Kofi wins, and I think it's going to end up. It could go many different ways storyline wise. It's a different discussion for a different day, but I think Kofi's going to be holding the strap.
Yeah. All right. The last match on this huge mega card: the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus the SmackDown Women's Champion fucking Charlotte Flair and Becky the Man Lynch. Winner take all. So this is the match that we sacrificed Asuka's credibility for. Becky Lynch, I want to say, I it's Charlotte or Becky, but I'm gonna put my money on Becky, just because I don't even know at this point. They've got such a big heart on for Charlotte Flair that I can see them giving it all to her. But I really want to say Becky's got it.
I'm going with Becky Lynch mainly because this match was perfect without Charlotte Flair. It's what everybody wanted. It's what made the most sense. You already had the story there. You already had everything there. Ronda versus Becky, Raw Women's Championship. Boom. You didn't have to do anything else to it. No reason for it.
Yeah,
I mean... Then they go and pull the whole, this, and then we're going to put this person in it because of you doing this because you're injured. But then we're going to say, you can win, which I did like the fact she got in the match because of Ronda Rousey. I did like that.
Yeah.
But then you're going to make the match Charlotte as the SmackDown champion to where you can unify, and it almost smells and tastes like Charlotte Flair is going to be holding SmackDown and Raw Unified Champion.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to go Becky Lynch because that's what I want to happen.
Yeah. This is more of a heart than a brain decision, but I see how Becky Lynch makes sense, and Becky Lynch is who I want, so we're just going to go and buy that. What I want to know is that if they wanted the SmackDown Women's Championship in this match so bad, and you're just adding people as you go, why not just add Asuka? Why take it off of her just to give it to Charlotte so that the belt is in the match? You could have had the belt in the match with Asuka being in the match.
You know what? I never once thought about it that way.
Because it doesn't. Asuka had such a presence in NXT. She was undefeated. Like, you're not ready for Asuka. No one was ready for Asuka. Asuka just came in and bulldozed everything. And then they took it right away from her first WrestleMania. And has she gotten her hands back on Charlotte since that happened? Had they, like, legitimately had a one-on-one match since?
Minus that SmackDown one, I don't think so. I'd have to look and see because I miss a lot of the television tapings because, in all honesty, Raw is boring and SmackDown is fun, but I normally don't get a chance to watch it. But yeah, I agree with you there, but I think the only reason that didn't happen, the only reason it didn't happen is they are big on story. And Asuka did not fit into this match on a story standpoint. She did as being the champion to unify the titles, but that was never even hinted at until Charlotte won the belt.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
they pulled like the unification of the belts out of their butt. Like, they could have brought Asuka into this match with her one goal would be to get that win back from Charlotte, and to make it like I forget what the match type is called, but you have to eliminate everyone in the match. Let Asuka get her win back, or let Charlotte have another win on her, but let that be a storyline, and then you could have had Asuka in the match.
yeah, you could have, but we're not the McMahons, so
No, we're not.
I mean, I think they made this match way too big. It was big enough as it was. It was perfect as it was without adding Charlotte Flair. Don't get me wrong. I love Charlotte. She is great. I love her heel persona. I really do. I think she's a better heel than a face. But again, you made the match way too big. Just like this whole card is way too big.
It's super big. Like, and
16 matches.
And to have this many matches and have so many of these matches not mean a thing in the long run, like the AJ Styles Randy Orton, it doesn't mean a thing. Like Triple H and Batista, it's just like, yeah, I know that's what Batista wanted as his match, but why did it have to be WrestleMania? It could have been any of the other big four. Like, was Batista that important? Like, I know he's a former champion. I know he was a part of Evolution. But was he that important to warrant this? Or is it because he's Triple H's friend?
Yeah, there's that. I mean, you go and look at all of this, though. If you take out the Battle Royals, which really mean nothing, Cruiserweight has their own storyline, which I'm not going to lie, I don't follow their storylines. So I can't really say anything on that one, so I'll throw it in the same boat as the Battle Royal. The Raw Tag Team Champions, everybody wanted the Revival versus the Hardy Boys. And we're not getting that because the Hardys are in the Memorial Battle Royal. So you're going to get Revival versus Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. No build-up. Just, hey, guess what? You're going to wrestle these two guys who like collecting action figures.
And they didn't even like announce it on TV. They didn't announce it on social media, right?
It was a WWE exclusive or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
But then the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, I mean, you could have the Usos been one on, just a single match against Ricochet and Aleister Black or against the Bar. And you didn't have to throw all of them in there. I just think this is too many people in one match. Kurt Angle's farewell match, it makes sense. Storyline-wise, it does conclude the storyline between Baron and Kurt. It really does. But, again, I don't think it's the right match for Kurt. I think it's the right match for Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Finn Balor, Bobby Lashley, there's storyline there. Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio, nope, no storyline there I'm aware of. Randy and AJ, oh, that just happened in the last month.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of this stuff that you could cut out completely. We don't need the United States Championship match defended at WrestleMania. Take that match out. We don't need Triple H Batista. Take that match out. We don't need Shane versus The Miz. Take that match out. Roman Reigns was probably in the title match originally. Now he's on WrestleMania. I see why Vince did that. So
yeah, I mean that's gonna be a feel good moment. That's gonna Vince likes to send the fans home happy. That's gonna be one of the things that's gonna do it. He just came back from leukemia. He's gonna take down the Scottish psychopath. It's gonna be like, I don't think it's gonna be a squash, but I think it's gonna be pretty close.
it's gonna be pretty close. I agree. But again, you got to look on here. Like you said earlier, there are two names on this list of matches that you're not used to not seeing on here, and one is The Undertaker, and the other is John Cena. So, two big names. One's always has been in 18 consecutive WrestleManias, and that's The Undertaker. Yep. And here he is now, not at a WrestleMania. Yeah. So we'll see how it plays out.
He's in New York. Like they confirmed that he's there, and that a lot of people are saying he's going to have something to do WrestleMania. They just don't know what it is yet.
He's probably going to come out and interrupt Elias.
I hope not. I hope they have something better for him than that. I mean, like, I don't want to see him wrestle. Don't get me wrong. Don't want to see him wrestle at all. Not even a little bit. But like they could have something better for him.
Oh yeah, I agree. But I hope you wrote down all your picks, because I wrote down all mine. That way I can't sit there and say, "Oh no, I didn't really say that." Well, I have it on recording.
I've got it all on video. I definitely will not go back and edit this later. Reflect poor choices.
No, I could see you doing it. I could see you going, "Oh wait, no, that's not who I really picked. Let me record me saying this name, edit this out, put this name back in that place."
But yeah, so we're gonna watch the whole 93 hours of WrestleMania coming up, and we're gonna keep up with who wins and who loses, and then we're gonna punish the winners and punish the losers and let the winners have a little bit of bragging rights. But yeah, so make some love with the like button, leave us.